It's a pleasure being here today, highlighting a very new, yet not very new topic in the architecture industry. Recently, we launched ميثاق الملك سلمان العمراني. It's the King Salman Charter for Architecture and Urbanism. It's been a topic, especially within the professions and in the industry. What is it? So I'll just take you very quickly to explain it in the simplest way that we can apply this charter. As an introduction, the charter was actually inspired from our ambitious leader, King Salman, personal experience when they were developing our beloved city, Riyadh. We have currently beautiful projects here in Riyadh that do apply some principles and some values that we wanted to highlight today and make it, let's say, industry-wide, so we can all come up with projects that are on the perfection and that level of professionalism, dealing with all the main topics that touch the end users, that touch the environment, and putting it into a very simple way as a guideline, not only for architects, designers, also for decision makers, for clients, so we can have a wider kind of understanding, and we all work together as an ecosystem to come up with better projects that sustain for a longer period. So if I do quote King Salman's saying that he wants to make short-term wins and long-term also success on the architecture and urban platform to serve this country and to serve its authenticity, which is something we are very proud of here in Saudi Arabia. So we do have a few objectives of the charter itself, and some of them are rooting the architectural, let's say, style that has been very unique and very distinguished. Here we call it the Salmani architecture, and we want to make it as a strategic basis for urbanism and for the future developments and methodology in designing and developing the kingdom. It will be, as I just mentioned, it's like a guide for the decision makers, for designers, for professionals, for developers, constructions, and also for operations. So it's not just a one-hand thing. Lately, last year, we did launch the book of the King Salman Charter, so it's available for everyone. Today, we do have an Arabic version, and an English version was just launched, found digital and on a book phase in many of the retail stores. So we can all have a hand into it, and it's very easy to use. So also within our websites with all the applications, and like me today, we do have a number of ambassadors going around the kingdom and also abroad just to highlight and to come ease with you and try to explain it and bring it into a very easy form so we can all start applying them in our projects. The charter values are mainly 6. And since today here we're in an event of professionals, we all do agree on them when we say it's the proper kind of developing, the proper kind of architecture. When we go back to it, not just looking at this slide, but when we all look into the main goals when we start projects and we do start the ideation of them, the proper ones and let's say the ideal ones are usually tackling these values and trying to bring them in the project, because they create an actual platform of a very good, let's say, projects. The first one is the authenticity, which is something that we were very proud of, and we still are, and we're thriving and striving to bring it up and to highlight it more. The continuity, الاستمرارية, and then the human centricity, which is something very important. محورية الإنسان, human centricity, is a key factor, or it's a key value we're looking into, which is connected a lot to the livability, قابلية العيش. Al-ibtikar, when we all usually talk about the four first values, a lot of people say, no, we're going back to the past, you're digging back, and we're not looking into future. Yet we have this, the Charter is always looking for innovation, al-ibtikar, and the sustainability, so projects do last for a better time in a better way. These main 6 values are going to be the topic. I'll take you just quickly on each one and how they are related and we can actually apply them. So from the past researches, when we say authenticity, we are not mimicking old architecture. We're not mimicking old building. We're not copying anything. Yet we are trying to relate more to the environment. So the authenticity is mainly either environment or culture or some beliefs that some areas do have. And this is where we want to work as developers into bringing up this and emphasizing them and making them or highlighting those so we can celebrate it more. It's connecting, and usually authenticity, it does come from connecting that environment with the local people and then spreading it out to today's international, very international world that we're working on. These are some, you will find some images that are explaining that. Yet these here are, you can see some very old buildings that did celebrate these things, but yet some very new buildings also that do celebrate authenticity in a modern way. So authenticity also comes in when we say it's transparency. It's that window connecting old and future. That's where we want to create harmony between the interiors and exteriors. This is also some kind of ways that we can tackle this topic. Also, the way of building and the building technology, it's something that we always talk about, and this could always be a part that we can tackle authenticity in by choosing local materials, by providing the local identity of the project's location. So from this, these are very successful examples of the projects that were held at that time in Riyadh today. But what I want to say, I'm taking you a little bit to Medina, to some applications of such a value into projects that's not in Riyadh. So this is what we're trying to demonstrate. We're all trying to explain that the Charter values do not only apply in Riyadh projects, but they apply kingdom-wide and definitely worldwide. As we mentioned before, it's just the basic proper values that we do when we want to do good architecture and good development. So one of the beloved projects to many of us here and here in the kingdom is the beloved mosque of our Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Al-Haram al-Nabawi al-Sharif in Madinah al-Munawwara. The project here did explain a lot of the authenticity and does demonstrate that with the expansion of the mosque. So the expansion of the mosque did embrace the tradition, the old buildings, the architectural features. Not only embraced it, actually celebrated it within a very new, modern, let's say, building technologies, high-tech at that area or at that era. And today it does feel like once you enter just the plazas and the mosque itself of Al-Haram al-Nabawi al-Sharif, you do feel that authenticity of the old buildings, exactly where it's 1,400 years ago was built by Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is the kind of architecture we're trying to encourage and enhance. The other value is the continuity. And this is connected a lot to the authenticity, but what we want to say here is let's connect the past to the future. Let's transition it into something new, but yet keeping that same roots of culture and putting them into modern ways. Today we do have future projects coming into Riyadh that, let's say, they are timeless. And this is what we want to develop currently, that we want to do projects that are not just trendy and they could be faded out within a few years. No, we're trying to create some timeless architecture and developments. Another beautiful project, it's not very big, it's a beautiful mosque in Madinah al-Munawwara, it's called Al-Gharra Mosque. It's built of all new technologies, all new building technologies, yet it's keeping that authenticity of its place. It's a beautiful mosque. Here you can see one of the very nice images of it, but you can search this mosque. It won awards, and it's connecting a lot of the traditional and culture of the area with new building technologies. And it's connecting the whole community around it, and it's being very, very live and vibrant. The human centricity is where we want to speak to all senses. We want to cater to all people, that this place is going to be a lot inviting. Let's say we are emphasizing on creating those open spaces where people can come in and see the human touch. This is where we want to not only deal with mobiles, with vehicles, with let's say very urban forms, but we're talking about the human itself, which is our focal point at the end. We are designing all this for the human. We want this place to be very diverse. We want this place to be very live, and this is where we can come in and creating a lot of activities for humans. We can be understanding what are the needs at such a project, especially when we're talking to public buildings or buildings that do serve a wide and various number of users. And one of them is today Wajhat Qubaa. Wajhat Qubaa is a very vibrant place that today had the pleasure to serve the people's needs around, just adjacent to Al-Haram al-Nabawi al-Sharif, where they did need some entertainment related to the religion and to that religion and spiritual journey. It did provide such a place that is serving those needs in a very efficient and clear way. And it became a lot fun, it became a lot engaging, and from the needs of the people. And connected to it is the livability, as we just mentioned. We're always just trying to make this building embrace the people, always having it a place that you can properly function the needs of it, and sometimes add more and variations into uses. And these are beautiful projects here in Riyadh that do demonstrate that the livability usually, and what we're trying to do today is to add luxury, add health to people. So these are things that will help a lot for a proper balanced lifestyle for users, and it depends on different building types, but this is the main point, is to always have it upgrade and upscale the life environment of users. And we are trying to do that today in the Qubaa Mosque project, where we started to open up the space, because it's not just concrete and buildings. The space today adds a lot into mobility. It's connecting with the values it has and the potential it has. We're connecting the Haram al-Nabawi al-Sharif with Qubaa. It became a very important walking destination that today on the health scale of the visitors and the people using the space, we did succeed in making people walk more in a very nice and pleasurable way, and not only for a certain type of people, but it's for everyone. It's provided the facilities and the convenience to serve all the needs, let's say, up to today, and we're creating more so the place can actually add value to users. The innovation is always something that we are looking into in the charter, and that is where we can connect all the other values, the sentimental or the romantic values that we always say. So it's not just romance, it's going culture, it's going to tradition, it's going to just to the human, and then it's just an old building. No, we want to innovate. We want to use the latest technologies in buildings, in facilities, in operations, and yet not only use the ones we have today. Today, with all these suppliers, providers, and thinkers, and when in R&D, we can come up with new building technologies, even from structures, from, as I mentioned, also to all kind of MEP systems and securities. This is what we're trying to encourage, and it's a challenge maybe today into decision makers and clients to understand that, and how the professionals are usually bringing in something new. It's not just cost, it's actually making the place a better environment, and it's going to sustain its status in a way that has a future vision to that project. And currently we have a project that just opened last year, which is Bustan and Madhaf al-Safiya. It did embrace the unique environment of the place, because it's a bustan. A bustan is a beautiful farmland that produces and has a lot of greenery in a very modern way, and we put or we tried to provide the functions that could add value to it. So it's not just a bustan. We added museums, we added some F&Bs, we added public areas. So the place is always live, yet with the latest technologies. This is, I don't want to say it's a fully automated, but it did embody a lot of technology and artificial intelligence even in the building itself. Lastly, it's a very important topic today. It's trendy around the world, but for us, we have it as a basic value. So today, when we say sustainability, especially the environmental, it's not an added feature that we're just putting in so we can get points. Today, we're dealing with sustainability as a fact. It should always be within our projects. We are always encouraging it to have it, and not only the environmental one, because sustainability do cover the main three topics that are the environment, yet the social and the economical ones. And this is where we want to do. We're not recreating, we're just bringing back the environment, the beautiful environment that humans for many years we did trespass on it, but we're trying to relive it and to bring it back to its nature. And it did show a lot of benefits for us today as humans, coming back with less carbon footprints, better air style, and also water. And these are all things for us not to just have a better quality today, but also for these projects to sustain for the future and for the coming generations. And we have an award-winning project in Medina, which is Wadi al-Aqiq al-Mubarak. This is a wadi that was beloved by our beloved Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we did redesign the wadi itself. It's a valley, it's a water valley that on seasonality does flood with water, yet with the seasonality it's very live today, and it's used by the public. So it's a cultural and social gathering place that creates a lot of environmental and green, and the water itself does add a lot to the microclimate, yet we connected it and it became a major connector and a major player also on the economical scale of Medina. And this is how we want to always tackle the sustainability issues. So those were the main 6 topics or main 6 values, and try to show how we can not just have them in projects that are in Riyadh, which has been done lately, but also we do have projects that have been developed and are being developed today out of Riyadh, kingdom-wide, and they can be applied anywhere in the world once we do follow and we do have these core values within from the design. And this is like something we are always talking as professions. Where do I start, or how can I apply, or how can I apply these values? And we're looking into it, and allow me to just put it in a very simple way. It comes into the physical ones, where the project itself, we understand the environment, we understand the context of it, we do clarify the objectives of the designs and put these values within the concept area. We do put always sustainability on top, and sustainability does cover a lot of things. We think about it on the human-centric itself. And another, let's say, pillar that we want to work in is having it very social, very cultural, and which means that we understand what the people need of that area. We include them within the design needs and the design and the project elements. We make it very easy for them, not only in the design phase, also within the operation, to come in and to feed into the project. These are the ways that these projects are going to be always live, and we can, by that, we can always connect those functions to the people. And of course, with the sensory, we try to always target that. We're having it within the look and the feeling, the smell, the hearing, and we touch all senses. So on what stages do we apply these charter? It's on all phases, as we mentioned, just from the assignment and from the thinking, the proposing of the project, when we do have the decision makers, when we do have also today as a whole government, that we're thinking about it that way, and we're encouraging it, and we're telling others to do come and apply these projects, and to researches, and to also organizing the projects, all the way to the implementation, to the designs, the construction, and the operation. We do wish that all the projects that do apply or do have applied the charter values do register with us, because we are celebrating today all the projects that are applying these core values. And we just, a few months ago, we celebrated the first award, a King Salman Charter award, and beautiful projects around the kingdom did win them, and we hope the success for all the future projects to do so. Thank you very much, and I hope we made it very simple and clear. My mic's still on.
Architect Taha, as a token of our appreciation for your fabulous presentation and contribution today to our summit, please accept a speaker's trophy.
With pleasure. Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.